Hello, hello.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, we're all good. We had a little mishap there, but let's keep it going with some more dope music. This is our Detroit Boom Bap mix. Kicking off the Detroit Boom Bap mix. This is Leif Erikson out of his off his new album Son of Soil. This is Linwood's Covenant.
Yeah, yeah.
We are a city on the hill that cannot be hidden. There we go. Hey, yo. My agreement is between me and he. Go back to service, stop smoking weed and the genres, and don't follow these idols. Cause word to Rick Ross, they become rivals. Verse mode like it's 3-on-2. Handicap match, lace up your Timberlands, devil snatch your Benjamins. Cause all worldly citizens can quickly become Lincolns. Courtesy of John Wilkes Booth. Head trauma got they brains blown. History is unkind, so I had to own up and away. Before I miss entry up inside the gates, I'm at a place of reflection. My character flaws will keep me from perfection, so I'm selected by omnipotent, unanimous. First team, all disciple, navigating life cycles with a fresh wind, fresh fire, fresh wind. Fresh fire, we are a city on the hill that cannot be hidden. We are a city on the hill that cannot be hidden. With a fresh wind, fresh fire, fresh wind, fresh fire. We are a city on the hill that cannot be hidden. We are a city on the hill, yo. Driven to the maximum to utilize my full scale. Like I'm in Winter Park after dark, full sail. India, Pale Ale, Sierra, Nevada. On a mission to have our music played on Saturn. And yo, so many styles from Sada Baby to Cash Doll. Cup overflows enough for all y'all. Temp-wise 313 degrees. But you can change the channel if it ain't your cup of tea. I sip Earl Grey and break bread. Community fed. Now we coming out the woodshed in droves. From Birmingham Grove to Jalen Rose Leadership Academy. The faculty and students are in alignment to get this product pushed to the stores on consignment. We diamonds formed by the solid cuts, mixed with adrenaline. Watch as pressure erupt with a fresh wind, fresh fire, fresh wind, fresh fire. We are a city on a hill that cannot be hidden. We are a city on a hill that cannot be hidden. With a fresh wind, fresh fire, fresh wind, fresh fire. We are a city on a hill that cannot be hidden. We are a city on a hill that cannot be where we not, where we be, what we say. What we do, none of your hidden agendas. None of that, none of that, none of that. We run your town from January to December. 12 months. The cycle repeats itself. Black gold. To all the kings, to all the queens. Yeah, yeah.
And that was Leif Erikson with Linwood's Covenant. We're going to keep it going with our Detroit Boom Bap mix. This is Depress with MASH.
Lately I've been feeling like I need a fit on that squad. No, said I plead a fifth. I made my peace with this. Got through the keys through this. I found my peace through this. Like watch me lead to this. If head not in a mind and can bet I'm finding the logic. You steps and seeming demonic. Who's left? Let's roll up this chronic. Use breaths to honor these sonics. Find it a tad bit harmonic with all this trauma we pocket. Mama, I don't know how to stop it. Mama, I don't know how to stop it. No, I don't know how to stop it. No, I don't know. And if I could, would I? And if I should, would I? Guess that's just more noise to the music. Let me not lose it. I'm using a way that I play with these illusions and manage to keep it moving. I'm in a whole other mosh pit. Fuck home, I feeling God sick. Home's where I die slick. Oh, don't act like you wouldn't mind it. Meantime, I rhyme and picking apart my time and fixing my off alignment, shifting my other iris. I've been lacking out in me. but never acting as you is. Passion his ass in these titties, he's just lost in this gritty. Is he? I knew he was shifty, miss me with all of that static. I've had it, I ain't got no genie or Jasmine. It's just me and this kush, and the homie saying when I need a push. Painted as you will, made it on the field, dodging all these kills. Eyes up on my meals, I just need a hill. You don't know the feel, beating all they pills. Higher than these hills, fire to these chills. Myers to these fills, liars let it thrill. I'm just here to feel, layers off the fly. Haters going blind, focused on my shot. You jokers can get dropped, this phone got me locked. Go ahead and lose your thigh. Hey, lately I've been feeling like I need a fit. On that squad, said I plead a fifth. I made my peace with this, got through the keys through this. I found my peace through this, like watch me lead to this, like watch me lead to this. If head not in the mind, it can better find in the logic. Who's that's a seeming demonic, who's left us roll up this chronic. Use best to honor these sonics, find it a tad bit harmonic. With all this drama we pocket, mama, I don't know how to stop it. And if I could, would I? And if I should, would I? Guess that's just more noise to the music. Let me not lose it, I'm using the way that I play with these illusions and manage to keep it moving, manage to keep it. If you feeling lost, come and get a clue. Notice it costs and you don't pick or choose. I knew some dudes who would give up their shows and others who would run on some jewels or shoot up a school if it meant that they could get right with this pen. Ironic, cause all I had to do was write with this pen. That was the second that the flicker began. Ain't believing God, but now I speak to him with the flick of my pen. Only few minutes in, hoping this shit don't end. Coping with the echoes of my sins. Scoping out my brand new skin like they don't know who that dude is. But Matthew did, maybe ask him shit. If you feeling lost, come and get a clue. And one of us might just end up on the nose with an interlude. Not committed to his act, more on these principles. My bars thick, they ain't subliminal, nah. It's for anyone that's feeling criminal, go ahead and try me. Grew up wanna fuck shit, learn to fuck shit without an army. Your words glossing feathers to this mind, it's nonsense. You really need to stop it. Think outside the box, pull you boxed in. Or nah, I could use some toxins that'll help with this rhyming. Once he gets going, you cannot stop it. Rolling so much weed, I need Rellos by the boxes. Hold up, got me locked in. Thought I almost lost him. I'ma show you how I got this. It's funny how I got this. I was feeling opposite, something way more ominous, but now I'm chasing harmony. This is for all of me, including y'all. Each of you snakes are just a part of me, but go ahead, try to start with me. I would love to spar with me. This shit is like a spider me. Got God spotting me, so if it don't work out, it's cause he ain't that fond of me. Or you hit the lottery, either one is plausible. I've been feeling like this is destiny long as it's audible. DMT brought the dominoes, vominos. I'ma see how high this how I go. I promise that I ain't liable, yeah. If you feeling lost, come and get a clue. Notice it costs and you don't pick and choose. I know some dudes who would give up the shoes and others who would run up some jewels or shoot up a school if it meant that they could get right with this pen. Ironic, cause all I had to do was write with this pen. That was the second that the flicker began. Ain't believing God, but now I speak to her with the flick of my pen. Yeah, with the flick of my pen. Yeah, with the flick of my.
And that was Depressed with MASH. We're going to keep it going. Next up, we got Vincere with Cubata.
To the victor belongs the spoils.
Vincere!
Cubata. Haters quiet, pin drops to a wind chime. Riot with the jackknife, strikes to the windpipe. Cola ice cold on the rocks with the gin spike that hits right quicker than a flicker. These dim lights, Cubata flow, stream slow. Minutes after midnight, you gotta know it's hot on the stove. With this exquisite vibe, rappers want a piece of this heat. They come and get a slice. The shoes fit to take 2 pairs. You can get it twice. Smoking on this ooze pen, tropical gelato. Awoken up to good news, allowed as the bravado. Milf like a model, avocado, eat the taco. Thick thighs, innocent eyes, she like a flaco. No rebuttals as I make my recital. No invaders to my shuttle, did away with the entitled. Assumptions, exceptions, and expectations. Those 3 words will kill you, your kindness they'll take it. Stronger than a dab hit, part of me is vacant. People talking mad shit, they must have me mistaken. They underestimate me for the challenges I'm facing. Blood, sweat, and gallons of tears, but I've embraced it. So close, I could feel it, I could taste it. My 20s went to waste, now I'm feeling like I'm ageless. A sage on the beat, 10 years, come and taste this. The recipe has changed, but the rest of you, same shit. Just a different day and age, let the rage hit. Better ways, a better day is what the aim is. Rasheed Wallace, guarantee it, Joe Namath. Cubata.
Superior Reserve!
Vincier. That was Vincier with Cubata. Right now, we're going to take another small break from the music and get into our next segment that we call Did You See That? Basically, we just cover a story that happened, this past week or whatever happened. We just break it down and talk about it, and we ask the question, did you see that? And I'm pretty sure that everybody already saw what I'm going to talk about. But this past weekend, it was Cinco de Mayo weekend. And there was a huge, boxing match that went down. None other than the legendary, Canelo Alvarez fought against Dimitri Bivol. And it was just a great boxing bout between these two men. I don't think Canelo has ever gotten a challenger like him, and a lot of people would disagree. Some would say Triple G was a pretty good contender, and I would agree. But we haven't seen Canelo Alvarez lose a bout since Mayweather.
Right.
And I forgot what year.
Even then, the Mayweather fight was like, they rigged that. Come on, I believe my man's won. Mayweather was running the whole fight.
I still think that Oscar de la Hoya beat Mayweather.
Yeah, that too, man. But
I feel like he could have really, beat him. And, it went to decision, and, that was that. But, yeah, so Canelo fought this dude, and it was for the light heavyweight title. So that meant that Canelo had to gain weight. I think it was like at 160, I forgot, 174 pounds. There we go. It was 174. So even that, he had to gain more weight because he's usually like in the 150s, 160s. So he had to pick up some weight. Both of them weighed at a little over 174 pounds. Obviously, Canelo has a record of 57 wins, 1 draw, and this makes it the second loss in his career. The other dude, he's 19-0 right now, Dimitri Bivol. And he's 19-0, and he, beat Canelo. Canelo basically wanted to get more titles. This dude already has, 4 division titles. He's combined them all, and he was trying to combine another one, which would have been his 9th title, like together. Right now he's at 8, right? But this would have been his 9th, and I guess Bivol was just too strong for him. At the end, it was a unanimous decision. So obviously Canelo didn't lose like by knockout or nothing like that. I don't think I've ever seen that man on the ground ever since he's started in his career. He might have been on the ground a couple of times, but he's never stayed down. He's always up. It's very hard to knock this dude out, and that's just the heart of a warrior, of a Mexican. Like I don't know.
Aztec warrior, you feel me?
Yeah.
Even though he looks kind of sus, but I'll give it. He representing the whole, us.
Yeah.
People,
Nothing like having a dude that looks Irish representing Mexico. Because this
right, looking like Sheamus from WWE.
Exactly. He's got the ginger hair and everything. That's the reason why they call him Canelo, because he's like a ginger or whatnot. But now there's talks about a rematch.
There better be a rematch.
A rematch maybe in September or so. But who knows? I mean,
on Independence Day, man.
Yeah, Independence Day weekend, because a lot of people think, one thing we got to get straight. A lot of people think that Cinco de Mayo is Mexican Independence Day when it's not.
Man, if you don't get your uncultured swine brain head A-word out of here, man. I'm sorry.
I've heard people say that. Like, oh,
Cinco I heard people say that too. But there's also, there was a guy at work. Sorry to go off on a tangent real quick, but there was a guy at work the other day. He came up to me when it was Cinco de Mayo last Thursday. He was like, "Hey, today's the day your people conquered my people." I was like, "What? You're French?" And he's like, "My last name's LaRue." Shout out Corey if you're watching. He probably not watching this, but yeah. I thought that was funny. I was like, "Hey, at least he knows."
Yeah. Yeah. But it's crazy because I'm like in the back of my mind, it might be like dumb for me to say, but it's like us thinking that St. Patrick's Day is Ireland's Independence Day when it's not.
Right.
I don't even know when the Independence Day is for Ireland.
Right? Does anybody?
Does anybody out there know when the Independence Day of Ireland is? Because I don't. But it's definitely not St. Patrick's Day. And that's what I feel like people think that Cinco de Mayo is. Like, oh, yeah, that's,
I feel like people know the history about St. Patrick's Day better than they do Cinco de Mayo. And I don't know why, but it just seems that way. Like I know that it's like the lore goes that was the day that St. Patrick drove all the snakes away so they can have their potatoes in their farms. Sorry.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anyway, just talking about everything that went down with Canelo and stuff. Yeah, it was Cinco de Mayo weekend, and he's a fighting Mexican. He's representing the la gente, la raza, or everything, and then he loses. But like, I don't think he's had an opponent this dominant, this powerful before. Mayweather could have been at that weight, but now he's upping in weight. Now he's at 175 pounds, and he's going up against this undefeated dude out of, I don't even know where the heck he's from. He's from Tomwick.
Yeah, he's Russian.
Okay, he's Russian. Yeah. Okay, so that's what they were talking about. They were saying that the reason why he lost is so they won't be any conflict between Russia.
Oh man, if they don't get out of here with that.
There's always a conspiracy about something.
Yeah, a conspiracy theory. And now there's even talks that Russia is trying to like invade with like, I don't know, like Finland or something now, and all the NATO nations are gonna get involved. And if they decide to invade, now U.S. is gonna have to go in there, and like it's a whole like shenanigans going on with Russia right now.
No pun intended, because we're talking about Ireland, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, that's what I had for. Did you see that? Canelo lost. This is his second loss ever. So this dude's still he's
still boss.
He's still 31 years young. Like this dude is only 31 and he still has a heck of a career to go to. He still has more titles that he can hang up the gloves right now and be considered one of the greatest of all time.
I would consider him that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The fact that I even know his name, I would consider his name to be like a household name.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. He's crazy skilled. He's definitely a brawler, but that's kind of natural when someone's Mexican and they're a boxer. That's kind of like the default style. I'm not throwing shade at that. That's dope to me because that just means they're gonna keep coming back.
Yeah. So another one loss in his. I mean, they talk about this is Canelo's second loss.
That's crazy.
When you think of like greats like Muhammad Ali.
No, how about another great Mexican, Cesar Chavez?
Yeah.
Jr.
Cesar Chavez Jr.
Julio Chavez. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think he only had 2 losses when he hung his gloves up, or 4 losses, something like that.
Yeah.
I saw something on Instagram. Even Royce the 5'9" acknowledged his greatness on an Instagram post.
Yeah.
And I was like, it just seemed kind of left field for me because, like, us Mexicans, obviously, we're gonna like be proud of that. That's someone representing us in the realm of boxing. But like for someone else on the outside to kind of, give us our accolades and stuff like that.
Exactly.
It's nice to see that. It just. To me, that kind of, I take pride in that,
Yeah.
I mean, just, I'm not trying to, I'm not out there, like, I'm not out there fighting the good fight or anything, or I'm not even out there to where people are paying attention to me like that, but I can at least recognize where, like, representation matters, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's so dope to see, like, not just in boxing, but, like, in other sports, we see, like, Latinos, especially even Mexicans. Like, let's just talk about our heritage and our people, Mexican people. Like when the Winter Olympics just happened, like in February, they had the first Mexican figure skater or whatever in history, like for I don't know how, like 30-40 years, and this dude made his mark. Like obviously he didn't get that far, but
he was still hurt.
Yeah, he's still he's still there. He's representing. And I know a lot of people, they don't really follow this much, and that's fake. I think that's vulgar to say. I don't think you ever should say that this is fake. But even wrestling, like
wrestling, it don't get more real than wrestling, man.
And I don't know if you guys are familiar, but Thunder Rosa, she's the very first Latina in the entire company, first Mexican to have the AEW Women's World Title.
Yeah.
And it's just Latinos taking over the world.
Man, you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to recreate Eddie Guerrero. You know what I mean? And not that that's a bad thing. Who's to say that they're not inspired by that? That when he won the WWE title, sorry to go off on another tangent. I've just been watching wrestling, as like a coping mechanism. But anyway, dude, when Eddie Guerrero, I could still watch that match he had with Brock Lesnar all the way back in, what was it, 2004? Is it
2004, yeah.
Yeah, 2004. You know, like
One of the best matches ever.
Dude, like
one of the best matches ever.
You know, all these old head wrestlers keep talking about like storytelling in the match. You know, there's not much of that these days, or at least in the WWE. No offense to them, but like,
no, definitely offense.
You know, like I don't. It's hard for me to be like emotionally attached to things, and I'm not saying that to sound cool or whatever. But when Eddie Guerrero beats Brock Lesnar and like the commentary, you know, with Michael Cole and Taz, like it's just so, you know, Michael Cole wants to see Eddie Guerrero win, you know, and then the like even past like the, you know, like the BS, the storylines and stuff like that, you know, Eddie Guerrero, everyone knows that Eddie Guerrero was going through some real life demons, you know, and when he won the WWE championship, that was literally him overcoming his past, you know what I mean, and it just meant so much to everybody.
Did you guys ever get to see the documentary that they did for him?
I didn't have not.
I did.
Yeah,
it was.
Do they have it on Peacock, bro? They didn't put it on Peacock.
I'm pretty sure they do.
They might have it on.
They might have it on Peacock. If not, I think even YouTube has it. Their WWE YouTube channel.
Yeah,
just check out. Just put Eddie Guerrero documentary. It'll pop up.
I think it's called I Lied, I Cheated, I Steal or
something. Oh yeah, I seen that name. Okay, I'm gonna go check it out. Yeah,
bro, it's so dope. It talks.
And they also did like a recent one too, like not too long ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is right.
So that one was dope too. Like just the whole story of him, like, it's just amazing. And like you think of now, like obviously you know a lot of people know it's scripted or whatever, but like you think of now, and you know when they couldn't take the title off of like Brock Lesnar for a while, you know, and it's only been like a couple people. It's the same people. Like it's always Roman Reigns or like Drew McIntyre.
Like their go-to safe people, you know.
Yeah, and Eddie Guerrero falls in like those people that have defeated Brock Lesnar. Like it's crazy.
Right, and you know he was the small guy. Not even just to add to the fact that he's Mexican, but like you know. WWE's always, you know, Vince McMahon loves his big strong men, you know, the big monsters, you know, that's why there's so many of them in the WWE. I mean, not these days, but like back then, he, you know, he was about Brock Lesnar, especially because he was young and Eddie Guerrero was older.
Yeah.
You know, that's another thing that I don't think people realize, but like, he's Mexican, he's a smaller guy, you know, like he was the underdog, you know, for a long time, and he was going through like some personal issues.
Yeah.
And this just meant a lot. Like I remember watching that victory, and like instead of grabbing the belt, he ran straight to the fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just,
you know, that's genuine. You know,
that's real. Like I don't care. You can't tell me wrestling's fake. That's real to me.
I mean, as much as people say that it is scripted, there's real emotion in it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You can't fake stuff like that. You can't fake. You know, reactions and stuff like that.
You can dictate how you feel, but how to like third parties and stuff like that, which was the entire WWE audience. You know, I know there was so many people that cried that day.
Yeah.
And it was so emotional too to have like his family, his mom at that time,
right,
right there in the front center, like front row. So
gives you almost goosebumps.
Yeah, I still get goosebumps every time I watch that match.
Dude, I do too, man.
Like
and it's like that's one of the few things in this world that can still get me like, I don't know what's going on, man. This feels exciting to me, man. Like, it's crazy. It's deep.
It's dope. And long live Eddie Guerrero. Like
Viva la raza.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys got anything else that you want to add to this. Did you see that?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
You good? All right, let's keep it going with some more music. This is our Estilo Mexicano mix, kicking it off out of their newest album. This is Los de la Nueva Herencia with La Lección.
Representando el 313. En la vida hay niveles, unos suben, unos no. Yo soy de la gente que chambea, me apodan un gallón. Disfrutando la vida porque yo ya me la rifé. Trabajar para tus lujos desde morro me enseñé. Hay muchos que nos critican pero ni me molestan. Por eso les paro el dedo y ellos fácil se asustan. Ahorita ya me llegó el momento rompa todo lo que tengo dentro. No cualquiera puede ser lo que yo hago. Mi rollo es diferente pero discreto. Como Tony, como Mauri, los que le viejones. No me considero profe, pero sí les doy lección. Siéntense mis niñitos porque la clase ya empezó. Trabajando día con día, ganando el billetón. De mi pluma nomás sale versos con puro fuego. Muchos ya tienen mi nombre en boca y no sé por qué. Yo nomás busco el cheque, ustedes estrésense. Apenas ya vamos comenzando y mira cuánto ruido ya estamos haciendo. Si estás ayudando en el proceso, buena mano, eso yo sí te demuestro.
And that was Los de la Nueva Herencia with La Lección. Continuamos con nuestro estilo mexicano. This is Grupo Contagio con Falso Amor. Yup.
De mi partida, pues de mí no necesitas. Lo he notado tantas veces, sí. Es por eso que me voy. El cariño que me dabas era falso como tu alma. Ya perdí la calma y ahora tu juguete ya no soy. Yo tan solo te pedí un poquito de calor, pero en ti solo encontré penas, odio y dolor. Algún día tú querrás un cariño y no hallarás, pues tu vida ya será falso amor y nada más. Cariño que me daba era falso como tu alma, pero ya perdí la calma y ahora tu juguete ya no soy. Yo tan solo te pedí un poquito de calor,
And that was Grupo Contagio con Falso Amor. We're going to keep it going with our estilo mexicano mix. This is Nuevo Imperio with Tolín Infante.
El hijo el asunto, la puntería nunca me falla. Se llama Mateo, el morro que me cuida la espalda. No es mentira, es cierto, me gustan mucho las armas largas. Traigo un lanzapapa, yo me voy a morir en la raya. Yo no sé fallar, por eso sigo aquí. Y arriba mi raza. Tengo dos compadres, son muy tranquilos, nunca se rajan. Ponchito el de la Lima, hombre serio, todo se le cuadra. Para el chavo Félix, ahí va un saludo al hombre hasta su plaza. Con la misma línea se escucha el apoyo de la casa. Y arriba Culiacán, le dicen Tolín, disparando un arma larga. Y que suene, compa Roberto, puro nuevo imperio, compadre. El hijo del asunto, nací en Chicago, soy de la mafia. Lo acomodo el polvo, pura gente del Mayo Zambada. Conmigo mi hermano, también hay flecha pa' lo que salga. Y una Glock al cinto, la mira monstruo, nunca me falla. Bien atento estoy, bien pegado al pon, porque siempre hay chamba. Tengo 7 hijos y mi señora nunca me falla. Ella anda conmigo desde que correteaba la papa. Tiene uno en camino, soy bendecido, nada me falta. Yo soy buen amigo, también soy bien pasado de lanza. Hoy voy a tomar y van a tocar los Tucanes de Tijuana. Ánimo, compa Cristian, compa Edgar.
And that was Nuevo Imperio with Tolín Infante. Right now we're going to take another break from the music and get into our another segment that we call Man, That's Crazy, where we talk about something crazy that happened. You know, we were just off air. We were talking about a match that we saw or that Vic saw in person. But man, that's crazy. What are we going to talk about? There's actually something that like really crazy happened, right? And all the backlash and all like the comments that people had to say about this certain situation, I get what they're coming from, but it's still saddened to hear about what happened. So a little heartfelt that happened, like something heartfelt, something sad, a tragedy that happened this past weekend. This past weekend was Mother's Day weekend. And, you know, it's the love of the mother. You know, you're showing love to your mom and stuff like that. I got to give props, off script here, but I got to give props to Mother Nature for bringing summer weather to Michigan. Finally, after a brutal winter, I think that, you know, Mother Nature gifted us with the weather because it just feels amazing outside. If you haven't been outside, be sure to go outside and just enjoy the breeze, enjoy the sunshine, because it's just been amazing this entire week. But something that happened this past weekend on Mother's Day, actually it happened on Saturday before Mother's Day, and then like they finally found closure on what happened. But there was something that happened in Oakland County. It was a double homicide plus an apparent suicide. And this is where it gets crazy, right? Supposedly the person that was reported that had committed the double homicide, they had purchased a Glock 43X handgun just a week prior, right? And they had been looking for her and had warned the public, to not approach her because she was considered armed and dangerous. And this tragic situation has now been brought, like they brought it to a closure, like that Mother's Day. But so check this out. This is where it gets really, really confusing and very, very crazy, right? So the name of the person, they finally gave a name was Ruby Taverner. She was 22 years old, but check this out. She was a transgender, meaning she was born a man and now was living as a female, right? Well, she was accused of killing her boyfriend, Ray Musket, which was also a transgender. But the thing is, Ray Musket was born female and had now transformed to a male. And she also killed her own twin brother, Bishop Taverner. So not only did she kill her boyfriend, but she also killed her own brother. And then, it was off of a dispute that happened. I don't know what eventually happened with the altercation and all that stuff. But a lot of the people that were commenting like, oh my gosh, this is the most confusing thing ever. A transgender person of born male, now a female, killed her own boyfriend, which was actually a female that turned into, like, it was just, the comments on this was ridiculous, right? And I was like, man, like, these people don't even, like, care that the fact that this tragedy has happened. And finally they discovered the body of the apparent, killer, the apparent, person that just committed this double homicide. They discovered her body near a wooded area in Independence Square Apartments with a self-inflicted wound to the head. So that, right away, it was definitely a suicide. And it's crazy because my fiance and I were talking about it, and she was telling me the statistics. When a transgender person commits such a crime like that, it's more than likely that they're going to commit suicide. And they took off on foot. She took off on foot and got lost, and then finally they discovered her body the day after, which was Mother's Day. So it was crazy. It's a big tragedy, especially to the families of the victims, and even the family of this person, because not only did the mom lose the brother, but they lost both of them, both twins, because she ended up committed suicide right after. So it was very sad to hear, and it's so close to home. Like, it's in Oakland County, not too far from us, and it was just so sad.
Or another tragedy just happened not too long ago, the school shooting.
Oh, in Oxford?
Yeah,
which earlier this year. Yeah, a lot of stuff, like, it's crazy, just everything going on, and it just makes you wonder. It just makes you think, like,
Yeah, definitely.
Like, what's going to happen next, Like, what am I going to hear about next? And it's constantly, every single day we hear something like this happen, a tragedy. Oh, this person got killed over there, or there's a school shooting down in, Florida, or, like, it was very rare to hear a school shooting in Michigan, and then finally it happened, and I was like, wow, like, it's crazy.
It opens up everybody's mind about it, like. And then I don't know if you guys heard, but about that 16-year-old little girl that was found over here on the west side.
Oh, really? I didn't hear about
yeah,
that.
she was shot and killed inside the car, and they dumped the car over here. It's literally right here off of Joy and Livernois, right down the street.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like close to home, bro. And she was a runaway from Berkeley. She had moved up from Ohio, but I guess the car that she was found in was associated with I guess carjacking schemes of some sort. So they're trying to connect how she was involved with the carjackings and all that. It's so much crazy stuff going on, bro. With murders and all that. And then I'm not sure if you guys heard, but there's the formula shortage now.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
There's
the baby formula. They had found some type of chemical or something in the formula of the baby formula, like the milk, and they had to stop them. So right now it's like very shortage. So it's sad because a lot of these moms, they don't naturally breastfeed, and they have to be dependent on the formula. So yeah, there's a shortage right now with the baby formula.
Yeah, it's what's crazy is that it's just right here in the States.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are like talking about going on Amazon and buying it off of Amazon, but you have to switch the carrier from U.S. to Canada, because Canada's got it fully stocked. It's just the U.S. and then the whole importation embargoes that are going on right now with the truckers and all that. It's it's just the domino effect of everything.
Yeah.
All the BS backing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of BS, them gas prices are back up.
Tell me
man.
about it, bro. That's why I haven't left the house in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Lord, come now. I'm ready to go.
These gas prices are out of control. I mean, like one night, a couple weeks ago it was $3.89.
Yeah, it's like $4.50 now.
Yeah, $4.50. I'm like $4.50.
Yeah.
Get the out of here.
Yesterday I seen it was at $4.44. This morning I woke up to put gas in $4.50.
Yeah, that's just
6 cents overnight.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
Oh, them TikToks, man. But that's it for me. For man, that's crazy. I don't know if you have anything else to add.
No, I already shared what I had to share.
It was crazy. It's just thinking about this whole situation. It's very crazy. So.
What about you, Vic? You got anything?
I just want to say PSA. Actually, you know what? Everyone out there, man, just, there's a lot of hurt out there, man. Just try to be understanding of everybody. It's sad that we had a tragedy happen in Independence Township.
Yeah, I think that's what. Oakland County. Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of dark jokes out there that might float around out there, man. It's easy to make those jokes, but it's even harder to make like a positive change. And that's what I like to see more of. I want to see more positivity because it's so easy to dwell on like the negativity, you know what I mean? And it's just like we shouldn't have this happen, especially in our own state with how relatively quiet we've been as far as like trending topics might be. Like I read that story on the New York Post, man. Like they got New York talking about us, So it's just it's time to like just like take mental health seriously. It's a a lot of people like to have like this stigma about it, like it's not real help or whatever. Like you could just solve that if you're an artist, you could just solve that with music or whatever. But like sometimes you need like a professional to guide you, and especially if you don't have the musical skill or talent or whatever. Not trying to like throw shade or anything, but just like there's a lot more people out there that need help, and like it just it shouldn't be so much of a stigma where we just suffer alone, and maybe we could prevent tragedies like these where they just explode,
Yeah.
Double murder suicide is it's really sad,
Yeah.
Like it's just as many jokes and like dark jokes, because I like dark humor, but like this is just something that just kind of like you can't, you just can't, so it's just like, everybody just come together and just like learn how to just be more understanding and love each other more, be more accepting,
Yeah, absolutely. And just to add to that, like, never judge anybody by what they're going, like because you never know what they're going through, mentally. A lot of people take mental, like mental health. They don't take it as serious as you would think, because they think it's not that big of a deal. But mental health is definitely a big issue, so and if anybody suffering with mental health, just just advise them to get help, because it is a real thing. So
there is help out there. There's affordable help out there. I know. I've looked, if I'm being completely honest, is like just don't be so just don't have an ultimatum for yourself, because there's always a better way. There's always a way to turn around, no matter how dark it gets,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got to say.
Yeah. With that being said, let's keep it going with some more music. After that tragedy, that happened this weekend, let's keep it going with some more music. This is our Detroit hip hop mix. This is T Chapo, Amor, and Southwest Hav with Rich Habits.
How was you just fuck, nigga?
Baby, watch me run up these bands. I got rich nigga habits, I can't never really tag. Couple thousand in my bag when I'm walking out of sex. I got Louis on my body, I got bitches checking ass, ayy. Shake that ass with no hands. All this money that I'm making, I remember selling grams. I ain't never had a plan, but I do it for the fam. I ain't fucking with no niggas that be telling on they mans. Ayy, so you could pull up to my city. Ain't nobody fucking with me, cause I keep 100 with me. Keep a shotty on my body, we gon' do you like you Ricky. I ain't fucking with no snakes, cause I know they be out to get me. Tell the Lord, please forgive me, I've been doing too much sinning. They telling me to stop, cause they don't wanna see me winning. I'ma make it to the top, bitch, I'ma go from rags to riches. I ain't fucking with no cops, see the ops, and I'm spinning. I remember it was me and bro serving out the stove. You just wanna touch a mid, don't give a fuck about a rollie. I don't even go to church, Swiss cheese, leave him holy. Wasn't there when I was down, stop claim you my home. Rock with 100 round, make him do the roly pole. When his body hit the ground, got me feeling like I'm Kobe. I don't even make a sound, touchdown by my lonely. Ayy, little nigga, you don't know me. Ayy, baby, watch me run up these bands. I got rich nigga habits, I can't never really tag. Couple thousand in my bag when I'm walking out of sex. I got Louis on my body, I got bitches shaking ass. Ayy, shake that ass with no hands. All this money that I'm making, I remember selling grams. I ain't never had a plan, but I do it for the fam. I ain't fucking with no niggas that be telling on they mans.
Just beef where you at, cause I'm spinning. Give a fuck about a Grammy, we just had it for the riches. Brody steady in the kitchen on the daily, he be whipping. Bust a blizzard with precision, give a fuck about a witness. Heard you talking real tough, can't wait to see you. The way my shooters pulling up, then I would hate to be you. Brody copped a new chop, plus the clip to see through. Had to cut her off, and she was telling ops what we do. Hey, gang with me, and you know how we mobbing. I done let the whole clip off, finger throbbing. She done sucked the whole tip off, I'm exhausted. Everywhere I go, I drip sauce, we do this often. Really, bitch, I'm not done. AT Lou on hot boy, I really think we got one. Say the wrong words, have my shooters come and drop some. How the fuck you snitching on your mans, but it's not us.
Baby, watch me run up these bands. I got rich nigga habits, I can't never really tag. Couple thousand in my bag when I'm walking out of sex. I got Louis on my body, I got bitches shaking ass. Ayy, shake that ass with no hands. All this money that I'm making, I remember selling grams. I ain't never had a plan, but I do it for the fam. I ain't fucking with no niggas that be telling on they mans. Ayy,
Now they hate me cause I'm winning. On my knees, ask the Lord for forgiveness cause I'm sinning. Ask the house when we hit his block, we was steady spinning. If we no nigga, unless it's all about that chicken. But we gon' turn up, reach over here, we gon' burn ya. Drum on the top and that bitch screaming murder. Fuck around, get popped, 2, 2, 3 is what we serve ya. I ain't got no odds, man, you boys really unheard of.
baby, watch me run up these bands. I got rich nigga habits, I can't never really tag. Couple thousand in my bag when I'm walking out of sex. I got Louis on my body, I got bitches shaking ass, ayy. Shake that ass with no hands. All this money that I'm making, I remember selling grams. I ain't never had a plan, but I do it for the fam. I ain't fucking with no niggas that be telling on they mans, ayy.
Chapo, Amor, and Southwest Hive with Rich Habits. We're going to keep it going with our Detroit hip-hop mix. Next up, we got SwZee Baby with Firework.
Please.
It's been a couple times I ain't have. Went to school broke, had a couple people laughing. It's been a couple times I gave it up when they was asking. They ain't get back to me, now these niggas wanna tap in. Yo, bitch, kick you out in our pussy when I'm back in. Don't park normal, can't see, I got a back in. Another op dot, guess what? New pack in. Get a brick on your block, that's the one we bout to trap in. If you paying every week, motherfucker, that's extortion. When I pop perks, nigga, the only time I feel normal. Pay 14 for the bitches, get them gone for the quarter. Bro slamming on shit like his name Randy Orton. I be chasing every dollar, what you talking ain't important. I ain't drunk on the corner when I say bring my fork. I do this shit all the time, tell my niggas don't worry. Wear a clean fit for what? Trying to do a nigga dirty. Don't ask why I'm tripping, probably blaming on the earth. He think he about to get some money, get him gone for the first. Yeah, my mama pray for me, I don't think it's gon' work. Cause if a nigga play with me, he gon' end up in the hurt. You can't hit me with no bitch, I ain't the type that's gon' flirt. Cause if I catch your people out, make sure I do them work. But when they took my brothers for me, I ain't gon' lie, that shit hurt. Niggas pussy around this bitch, I'm sending shells at your skirt. If you ask me where I got it, I'ma blame it on the perk. I can't tell who hitting with too many guns in the world. And I'm depending on the work, cause I don't wanna go to work. There's too many dollars on the world, I'm tryna scoop that shit first. And I ain't tripping on shit if it ain't about $1. You ain't talk about money, stupid bitch, I holler. And I know some scam niggas that be waiting on deposits, but I couldn't fuck with it, I'm at the gas station clock. Nigga wanna be with me, high chance they start dropping. I be fucking with the scripts and the weed, I'm not locked. I could whip you up at 8, just hit it with the quality. Last nigga couldn't tell you, little dummy, he was a homie. There's been a couple times I ain't happy. Went to school broke, had a couple people laughing. There's been a couple times I gave it up when they was asking. I ain't get back to me, now these niggas wanna tap in. Your bitch kick you out, now her pussy when I'm back in. Don't park normal, can't see, I got a back in. Another op dot, guess what? New pack in. Get a brib on your block, that's the one we bout to trap in. Nigga.
That was SwZee Baby with Firework. We're going to keep it going with our Detroit hip-hop mix. Next up, we got YSB Real Ice with Transformers.
All right. Hey, I mean this shit. Hey. I mean shit. Here we go. Hey. I got my young dog in the back. All right. Hey. We in the building. Let's get it. Hey, I mean this shit. Hey.
Told my dog to hold up, I'm about to get my shit in order. And mix a little bit of lean with this essential water. Get a nigga body drop chopped and left on the border. You know my niggas come to shoot like the fourth quarter. Drop the addy, cause I deliver like the transporter. Man, you know these niggas switch quicker than some transformers. You a acting ass nigga, yeah, you a good performer. I'm real ice, I been ballin', fuck a bench warmer. 23 thou on me now, like I play for Jordan. Yeah, I used to walk in the street, but now I'm pushing for it. When they see the fit, I swear to God, they gon' think I'm soaring. Got the top and put your bitch out, cause she was kinda boring. Standing on the gas in the Roy, got the engine roaring. My dog in love with the drink, I told him keep on pouring. Hit your bitch with this nightstick, she gon' keep on snoring. 900, last night they gone by the morning.
Nina gave a nigga a headshot cause he ain't get the warning. I know where to go on the road, I don't do exploring. Tell your bitch to stop calling my phone cause I don't do ignoring. Yeah, and I mean that shit cause I ain't through recording.
Told my dog to hold up, I'm about to get my shit in order. And mix a little bit of lean with this essential water. Get a nigga body drop chopped and left on the border. You know my niggas come to shoot like the fourth quarter.
Drop the addy, cause I deliver like the transporter. Man, you know these niggas switch quicker than some transformers. You a acting ass nigga, yeah, you a good performer. I'm real ice, I been ballin', fuck a bench warmer.
That was YSB Real Ice with Transformers. Right now, we're going to take another break from the music and get into our halftime debate. On Instagram, we actually shared quite a few topics to kind of battle it out, you know, to kind of have this halftime debate. But we're going to talk about one main one. But let's get right into what some of those were. So on Instagram, we asked a couple questions to kind of, you know, get up to date on what everybody's feeling and what, you know, what it is that kind of draws you near that. So one of the first questions that we asked on Instagram this past week was, and by the way, you can follow us on all social media at 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I don't think we have a Snapchat, right? No, we never got Snapchat. So
make that Snapchat Premium, so you know.
Snapchat OnlyFans, which no, we're not gonna get into that. Yeah. So be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio, and we shared some questions on there. So one of the first questions we asked was, "What are the best tacos in Detroit or the Metro Detroit area?"
See, you want to go first?
What was that?
You want to go first?
What are the best tacos in Detroit or the Metro Detroit area?
El Parian.
El Parian. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Parian for sure.
That's a good one.
I'd definitely either Parian or El Caballo.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I was just about to say the boys.
Either one.
Ooh, okay. I would say La Jalisciense
or
Parian.
Yeah.
One of those two. Jalisciense is definitely just a dope spot to go to. But Parian definitely is a top second for me as well, because you can never go wrong with those tacos. Never. So, and it's funny, on Cinco de Mayo, it wasn't even Cinco de Mayo, it was like the 1st of May. But when they had all the festivities down there, we actually went to La Fiesta, where they have the mangonadas. And then literally next door is El Parian. So they're always so good.
Ooh.
What about you, Vic?
Well, I was gonna say El Caballo because I was there last weekend for Mother's Day, but are we just talking about like Mexican like owned
Any,
businesses in general?
anything. It don't matter. Whatever you consider tacos, go for it.
I recently found out about this place over where I stay at because I currently stay in St. Clair Shores.
Mm.
So it's over on 14 Mile and Groesbeck. Pardon me while I look for the name of it really fast.
Oh no, you good.
Because I just learned about it, and I feel so stupid because it's at this restaurant that I go to, but I don't feel like coming down to Southwest and making the travel.
Yeah.
That long journey just to have some Mexican food. You know what I mean?
I feel you because I stay out in White Lake now.
Oh Lord, dude, that's so crazy. That just sounds like it's crazy. I don't even know where that's at. To be honest.
It's a suburb of Pontiac. Pontiac is like right there.
Yeah, I know Pontiac's kind of far out. Well,
Yeah.
at least to me, it's
Yeah.
kind of far out there.
No,
for
you
me.
know, you guys might condemn me for this, but I don't care. You know whose tacos are actually really good here in the hood? It's Family Treat. You ever had their hard shell tacos?
They're actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I had them when I was like, kind of.
Bro, I was on a hard shell taco kick for like 3 weeks straight, and that was the spot, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever had them.
You have to try them.
I don't think I ever. But
just one. You don't have to try like.
No,
3.
they go on Taco Tuesday because you get the 3 for $3.
Oh, okay. All right.
Definitely worth it, bro.
If because I've seen them, like I've seen like pictures of them, and they kind of remind me of I don't know if you guys are familiar, but like Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
And you know how they have them tacos.
They have tacos, Jack in the Box,
Yeah,
with their E. coli. It's like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Jack in the Box. Don't condemn me.
Yeah, but yeah, I if they're anything like that, then yeah, I think they're pretty good. Yeah. Never had them though from Family Tree. What you got going on, Vic? Did you find the restaurant?
Taco Express, and they're right outside. The Taco Express is the taco truck that sits right outside of Grand Azteca on 14 Mile in Groesbeck. I did see them because I know I shared this recently. There's gonna be the Taco Fest in Lake Orion in Canterbury Village.
Oh yeah.
I actually don't know if those are two separate places, but I know I went last year, and like, dude. Come on, man. You better pack more carne asada for this year, man, because that was unfair. I just settled for this. I don't even know what it was. It was something that was Venezuelan, and I had to settle for a Indian taco. And granted, that took me back to my childhood. But like, I came to Taco Fest for a real damn taco, you know. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse on air, but
they might have a challenge this year because I also heard about. I tried to go to Taco Fest last year. Unfortunately, there was a tragedy in the family. I couldn't make it, but Royal Oak is gonna have.
I'm going to that because that's
Taco
closer
Fest.
to me.
Yeah,
and then 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, 4th of July weekend is Taco Fest in Royal Oak, so I might go to that one. Just to
I'm
check it
going to
out.
that one for sure.
And there's also, I don't know, usually they hype these things up and they're a big failure, like the WWE, but it's like there's gonna be lucha libre there. I don't know how true it is.
When I went last year,
The Royal Oak
there
one.
was the Royal Oak one.
Yeah.
I'm going to that. I don't know about that, but I know last year when I went to the Lake Orion, because I know that's where it sent me on the GPS, because that's where my freaking after you get there, all your service goes. You know, so you're just stuck in the middle of nowhere pretty much. But there was a ring there, but by the time I showed up, I think it was like a little after 1. And I didn't see no lucha libre there, and I think I spent a good 3 hours there, and most of that was waiting for a darn taco.
Oh my gosh!
At freaking El Caballo, because they got some of the taco trucks that are right here in our home of Southwest, going all the way out there to sell their stuff, and you know they make bank because when I went there was at least 5 taco trucks that said, "Oh, sorry, we don't have no more carne asada for the day."
Oh,
I'm like, boy, if you don't get.
Shoot, that's like the main thing. Like
Yeah, it is the main thing. Like, bro, I went on a Saturday. Come on now.
Right.
Yeah.
Like anybody who knows, like that's like when I worked at Qdoba, bro. It's like chicken. Chicken was the main thing. We always had to have chicken on the line. No fucking doubt about it. Ugh.
And obviously, if you have tacos or any type of Mexican food like that, that was another question. What's your favorite Mexican food, like the dish? Tacos is one of them, but what's like your favorite Mexican dish?
So hard.
Can I say? I'll say it's pozole because that is a food I learned how to make on my own. Granted, it's not 100% authentic. But I watched my sister, my older sister, make it for the family on the worst of days, freaking 4th of July weekend.
Oh,
You in the house that I was living in, it didn't have any central air. So you're just sitting in there. You're hungry, but like you're just dying because you're like sweating everywhere.
Oh,
You're
man.
sticky, kind of low key, and it's just like, but like the food slaps. So it's like, can you really like, I don't know. I think I had my fill of Mexican experiences. You know what I mean? And like freaking, I don't know. I was like, dang, pozole kind of slaps. And it's like my sister always made it to where it was too spicy for like anybody else to eat. But like when I eat it, it's just right. You know what I mean? So when I make it, I make pozole blanco, right? Because a lot of the people that I make it for don't have as high tolerance as me. So that's a major issue. So like, you usually make it with the chili de árbol, right?
Yeah, chile de árbol, yeah.
And you have to. I either find the paste and get lucky, or I have to grind it up. But when you grind it up in house, man, boy, like it doesn't bother me. Like everybody else in that house is gonna be choking because it's so hot. It's so like it does something to your nostrils, right?
Yeah.
It's so hot that you just choke. That's the automatic response, and I feel so bad.
That reminds me of like chile de monte.
Right.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, chile
Exactly
de monte.
that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, another taco place that they responded here was Los Dos Carnales Taqueria. I don't know where that's
Where
at.
is that at?
I have no idea. I don't know if it's imaginary or something, but I've never heard of it.
They're on the come up. Hey, shout out. What was it called again?
Los Dos Carnales
Hey,
Taqueria.
shout out to you.
That's like when we were at El Club. Who won the contest? Was it Los Dos Tacos?
I think it was them. Yeah.
Yeah, Los Dos Tacos.
Wow.
They won the
Best tacos in
best taco
Southwest.
in Southwest. Yeah.
Wow, I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
I've never heard of them either.
Yeah, and they
I'm
won.
not trying to be like offensive. I just didn't know who they were.
I want to try. I legitimately want to try them.
Yeah.
if
What
they-
about What about you, Z? What's your favorite
like,
Mexican dish?
Oh my god, it's so hard, bro. Because there's tamales,
Ooh.
and then there's enchiladas, and then I don't know, and then there's the poor Mexican food, sopa, and then you know what I mean? Like there's so much.
You said you want me to call ICE. It's like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, people. Don't get mad at me.
No, but yeah, I would have to say, definitely probably tamales.
Tamales? Ooh.
Yeah. Tamales, and by themselves, no rice or beans or anything. I can literally murder 2 or 3 dozens by myself, bro.
Dozens?
Dozens.
Damn, bro, that's a lot of tamales.
Dozens.
Dude, I could eat like one or barely eat one.
Well,
Are you kidding me?
I'd
You're
be
to
murdering them, bro. Tamales, that's all we grew up on. You know what I mean? Like, back then, it wasn't expensive to make tamales. Now it is. But back then, that's all my parents made was tamales and tortillas and rice and beans. And that's just what we grew up on, bro. And then, obviously, when we were poor, we didn't have money like that. My mom would make, the sopa de conchas or fideo or some shit like that. Like, it was...
Somebody said enchiladas and caldo de res. Which
maybe not for right now, but in the winter.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, bro? That's like the best time to cook any kind of caldos, right in the middle, dead of summer. Every Mexican mother does it.
Oh.
That's what my sister did with the pozole, and not only was it hot in the house, it was hot in the mouth. You feel me? I was burning alive in there, like freaking WWE Inferno match,
I would have to tie it with enchiladas, and I know you're not the biggest fan, but tostadas de camarón. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not a big seafood fan, but tostadas in general, I will murder anything. Oh, those tostadas that we had at
at the Fantasma?
At Fantasma,
it was,
yes.
Jessica's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Yep.
They're going to be there at Michigan Squeeze Station.
Ooh, so check them out.
Yeah, there
they
you
got
go.
That's another honorable mention we can mention sometime in the future.
Yes.
Their tacos were pretty good.
Yes,
really
definitely.
good.
The tostadas had they stole my heart.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And obviously, before we get into the main event of this halftime debate, obviously when you have food like that, you have to pair it up with a nice drink. So what would you consider the best drink?
Go ahead, Vic.
Jarritos.
Ooh. Which one?
Piña.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's
I'm
really good
gonna
one.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go Mexican with this. I can't have any kind of tamales or anything without a Modelo next to it.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
man.
I gotta have a Modelo.
It's Modelo time for
Yeah,
I would
Modelo.
call ice on you, but that's kind of a cholo thing.
Ooh.
Isn't it? Sorry, no, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, people. I'm not racist.
He's
like John or Lucas.
He's talking about the bag of ice that you put the Modelos on. Anyway, for me, I'm also gonna go Mexican. It could either be a tie between Jarritos Mango or horchata.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go with the Jarritos Mango.
Yeah.
Because I don't mess with horchata. I don't know why. I just never liked it.
I mean, either. I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah,
like that.
I'm a huge fan. I love
Anything mango too, right?
especially la Jalisciense.
Oh
They have
my
a
God.
great agua de mango. Like it slaps. It's really good there. So, and obviously now we can get into the main event. Which is your favorite Mexican artist or / band of all time? It could be just
You wanna go?
single singer or artist or an actual like band.
Z, you wanna go?
Cumbia Kings.
Oh, that's a
okay,
nice
yeah.
We grew up.
I grew up on
we grew up
that.
on the Cumbia Kings. If it wasn't the Cumbia Kings, then it would be Sin Límite. Probably.
Oh, you mean Límite? Yeah, Límite.
Límite.
Yeah, Límite.
Sorry, my bad. Límite. Why did I say Sin Límite?
Because of the restaurant in Lincoln Park.
No, there's something else I seen recently too that said Sin Límite.
Really?
Yeah, it must have been a song that I seen. I don't know. But yeah, Límite or definitely Cumbia Kings.
Cumbia
Probably
Kings?
Cumbia Kings. Yeah.
What about you, Vic?
I just gotta do this because they're my homies and like I know them since high school. Grupo Contagio, man.
Hey.
There you go.
Brian Ruiz, man. Shout out to you, man. You're doing your thing with all these like other ventures. I see you on the El Nino podcast with the production and stuff. That stuff looking clean. But like Grupo Contagio, man. Like I remember, just to take it back, when I was asked to perform at El Club, right, last August. I remember because this is when like, it was me, Danny S, and Brian Castle coming through to Brian Ruiz's crib. And, like, we were just jamming in the garage, man. Like it don't get more raw than that. You know what I mean? Like, it's exciting. Granted, for those who know me personally, I have a tendency to be late. So I was always the last one to show. But, like, not by law. I wouldn't have my homies waiting. But, like.
He's on that Latino time.
Latino time, exactly. But, we were practices, stuff like that. When we were done, Grupo Contagio every time would come right in after us. And, like, I would sit and watch them. And it's crazy to see Brian Ruiz change from, like, because I know I'm all over the place style-wise. Because I remember back then we were practicing for my song Wastelands, which is a Screamo song for those who don't know.
Yep.
And Vibration, which is kind of like a little bit of mix of everything, rock, rap. And he added cumbia to it. A little bit of cumbia element to it, so that made it even more unique to what it already was. You know what I mean? But like when I seen them perform, like it was just cool to see. Okay, granted at the time they didn't have a lead singer, but like just to see the accordion guy sing the song, or Chavita, which is Brian Ruiz's dad, he would sing a lead, you know what I mean? And like it just kind of seemed like everybody would just like take turns being the lead, which I thought was cool. And I know it's kind of random, but it kind of reminds me of like a really super Mexican version of Hollywood Undead, because Hollywood Undead technically doesn't have a lead singer. I mean they do, but like there's everybody in that band sings.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't they alternate?
Yeah.
They alternate.
So with Grupo Contagio, everybody except for Brian sings. You know what I mean?
They didn't. I thought they picked up a singer. They don't.
They
have
did recently pick up a singer, but I was just like admiring the fact.
Oh, where they came from and how they started. And
yeah,
stuff
like,
Gotcha,
and I've
gotcha.
known him since high school and stuff like that. And like his dad is so cool, man. Shout out to you, man, if you're watching.
Chava's so funny, bro. I watch all his TikToks. His dad is hilarious.
Dude, how's he more popping on his personal TikTok than like me, man? Like, he's
swear.
like, you would think like you come in with all the boomer jokes and everything, but like that man knows, you know, like he's tapped in. You feel me?
Shout out to him. You can follow him on TikTok at Corona Bicho.
Hell yeah. Oops, sorry. Well, yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's Grupo Pesado. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Grupo Pesado. They're from like they play norteños and stuff like that. I think they've always been like a I followed them their entire, since they started. So shout out to Grupo Pesado. I think that would be like one of my favorite Mexican bands.
It's fitting.
Yeah.
It's fitting, definitely.
Yeah. I think that wraps it up for the halftime debate. And right now we're going to get into some more music, our Southwest mix. Kicking it off is the Gutter Boys. This is Pull Up.
Walked in the club, bout to pull up. Hopped out the whip, left the door up. And see me in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop blind, y'all know us. Walked in the club, bout to pull up. Hopped out the whip, left the door up. They see us in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop blind, y'all know us. Boy, stop capping, grab a bag. Before I put my hitters on your ass. My trigger finger itching, so it's bad. About to leave him dead in the grass. If you see me pop the trunk, shut the fuck up. Then get your ass low, cause I'ma cut up. Her man's talking crazy like, what up? Now he in the morgue cause he jumped off on God. I set this motherfucker off, yo squad. Everybody in that bitch soft facade. We're not from the same cloth. I send 100 shots off the whip. Fuck you thought they call me gutter. Always on some bullshit, shorty ain't no other. Fucking up the club in the check with no rubber. Stay pouring liquor in my cup like a butler. For this 40 ball, she let anybody touch it. Catch me in the club flexing hard with my partners. All that goofy shit gon' make me grab the chopper. Beefing with the mob gon' get your ass chopped up. Not a hood flooded with a bunch of helicopters. Walked in the club, bout to pull up. Hopped out the whip, left the door up. And see me in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop blind, y'all know us. Walked in the club, bout to pull up. Hopped out the whip, left the door up. They see us in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop blind, y'all know us.
Walk in the strip with my shotters. Say the wrong thing and get shot up. I don't even drink, but order me a bottle. I love me some strippers, fuck a model. Throw some ones, cause I got it, I'm just spending up my profit. I'll take your heart when I won't pay no deposit. How much for the pussy? Well, I ain't paying nada. I'll pay you to leave, stay the fuck off my wallet. Got a boys in mafia, we're a crime family. Time is money, so I gotta get it rapidly. My bitch stays mad at me, cause these hoes after me. I ain't no rat, but I'm trying to get this bag of cheese. Watch out for the intruders, they could be some shooters. I'll send you boys to the church, nigga, hallelujah. Don't talk if it ain't about the moolah. Tu vieja getting chula, I'ma fuck her when I scoop her. Drop her off deuces, she sucked up my fluids. She's a nuisance, but I treat her real ruthless. Make her take 20 shots all back to back. Got her drunk, now she like stretched like a Cadillac.
Walked in the club, bout to pull up. Hopped out the whip, left the door up. And see me in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop blind, y'all know us. Walked in the club, bout to pull up. Hopped out the whip, left the door up. They see us in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop blind, y'all know us.
And that was the Gutter Boys with Pull Up. We're